Two. And we're on.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's adventure of Dungeons and Dad Jokes. All of us here would love for you to subscribe, so make sure you hit that subscribe button, and you can join in the live chat, get notifications, share it with your friends. You can also check out our website at dndadjokes.com. There you can get lots more information, get updated on what happened last week, and have connection to our other links for our other social media. So, tonight, let's get started on episode, 34,
Yes, it
that we
is.
have entitled Questions. All right, I'm going to read the Town Crier, which I have not read in over a week. Hopefully, I don't stumble over it. Let's see. What happened last week? Galago gave Fix a command word to be able to return directly to his shop, and then teleports the group to Farbron. Upon entering the city, the group can see it is busy and several people hustle about with a hurried purpose. They go to the shop where they had met Shallow, the blink cat, and learn the wizard's name as well, which is Corini. It was negotiated to have a limited telepathy enchanted upon a circlet that Fix had forged, but that it would take a couple of days. Upon hearing this, Corini did agree to teleport them to Key with a stone that can send them back when they are ready. In Key, Seeker checked in with his captain, Piff Cernosk, and shared the recent events. Piff agreed to get a sending stone for Seeker and that he would have it the next day. Evangeline checked in with her mentor, Leslin, and shared some of her experiences. She also gave one of the paintings to her for authentication that they had received from the Ice Temple. She also gathered a few supplies and whatnot so that she could begin working on an even tiny construct. Then they decided to go back to the catacombs where Kadeth received a sword. Once in the secret room, they investigated the door once more, noticing that it had indeed changed. It was no longer a field of battle, but now a field of silhouetted people. Kadeth then attempted to push a sword through it. It resisted, but it did slowly begin to go into the image. Then, investigating the pedestal again, Kadeth was able to pull up a loose section uh, of a stone on top of that pedestal and found a card that matched the door. Leaving the catacombs, they proceeded to Fix's home. Once inside, they all heard his mother yell for him to come to the office. Inside, she asked him about the places that she had heard him visiting. Getting caught up on some of the things that was happening, she informed him that his presence is requested at the evening's ball, hosted for Lady Gara. She also invites the rest of the party and dismisses them to prepare. At the ball, Fix is announced as Lord Kofic Trinson, earning some ire from Gavian, his brother. The group recognized some of the prominent guests: Piff Cernos, Elijah Torini, the High Priest of the Order of Truth, Rinio, Priestess Leslin, and Gara with her entourage. One of the others stood out as they discovered it was Lord Jennick Reprut from Uxfan. Mingling through the guests, Fix approached Gara. Gara informed him of the favor she desires, to retrieve a chalice from Lord Strolduck in Charman. She described the chalice and informed Fix that she would have proof of her ownership come morning. After all the guests had dispersed, Arias asked what Gara had discussed with him. Kadeth and Evangeline checked for unwanted listeners and discovered an invisible orb, which winked out as Kadeth attempted to reach it. Knowing it was clear to talk, Fix shared with his mother what the favor was. She cautioned him and warned him not to underestimate Gara. The party then dispersed to their respective accommodations for the evening to rest, which Lady Trenson did invite you to stay in the manor if you so chose. And that is where we're going to pick up. That you guys are planning to rest. Is there something you want to do before you rest?
Yes, I want to start forging those things I told you about.
All right. You'll have to remind me later.
I will remind you later because I
Okay.
don't want to say it aloud. It's a surprise.
Okay, I do remember what it is. All right.
Did you see
Okay.
how bright it got in her office?
Did it
But
get
she's
bright?
blushing.
Her
Oh,
light bulb went on.
No.
all right. All right. So you're going to go to your room and pull out the forge and start on that. Spend some time
Yes.
on that and then just go to bed.
Um. Actually, after I spend some time forging, I would then go and talk to um the statue.
Okay.
Mostly like, why the hell didn't you ever say that you were what you are, or say anything?
You never
Type.
asked.
Well, that's true too.
But just stuff like that.
All right.
And he doesn't. He actually doesn't expect a a response. He's just
Nope.
sort of talking at it.
All right. Yeah, you get no response. It just stands there.
Yeah, figured. And then I'd go to sleep.
All right. Uh, anything anybody else wants to do? Speaker, you had mentioned going back to the barracks or to your home for sleeping.
Dude, yeah.
Is that going to remain the same?
Yes.
Okay. Just wanted to double check. Kadeth, anything you wish to do for the evening?
No.
Okay. Forsyth?
Nah.
Okay. Quiet night at the Trenson house.
And
Almost
did you
too
want to
quiet.
roll on that forge?
Oh, yes, please. Give me that forge roll. Although it
We might what?
might be a moot point. Go
Oh,
ahead and give me a roll.
28.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're able to make some pretty decent progress. You're pretty happy with the progress for the evening.
Okay.
Evangeline, do you sleep or do you wait?
I wait.
Okay. Once everybody else is kind of settled down, the house gets real quiet. Everybody's sleeping, or at least it seems that everybody's sleeping.
When the house is really quiet and everybody is sleeping, I will go out to the main foyer area to the statue.
Okay.
I don't know if I'll pronounce it right. Boletus?
Eliathus?
Boletus? I knew
Yeah.
there was a something in there I wasn't getting right.
I might be
Oh, I will look at the statue and I will go, so, Boletus. Pretty sure you weren't in the middle of that square when we got there. What's your deal? Who are you really?
You get no response.
I'm pretty sure that you appeared in that square after Bob talked to the mistress.
You get no response.
I didn't expect to get one. What are you up to? What is she up to? You're supposed to be the guardian. Just thought I'd ought to let you know. I'm gonna keep my eye on her. Fix is my friend, and I know that's his mom. But I don't trust her. And I don't know if I trust you either. And I will sit there for a few minutes. And then I'll head to my room.
You are uninterrupted. Nobody comes through. to your room and you go to bed. I assume.
I go to my room and I sit on the edge of the bed and I look at Buckley. I tell him to stand guard. I will take my tiny construct out of my pocket and sit him on the edge of the bed. And then I will go to sleep.
All right. You go to sleep. It is a peaceful night. Nothing happens during the night. You wake up in the morning. You hear some hustle and bustle about the house. Servants taking care of breakfast, things of that nature. As you begin to come down, you will fix.
Yes.
You will get, which one is it? Dolren is probably going to come up to you. He's going to walk up. He's going to look a little flustered. And he's going to look at you. He's going to be like, Kofik,
Dolrend?
Lady Gara is waiting for you in the waiting room. She says she has something for you.
Okay. Tell her I'll be there momentarily. Please.
All right. Walk away. He's a little reluctant to go do it. You've probably got a pretty good idea that Gara has already gotten on his nerves.
Yeah, and I'm going to go to the kitchen and get myself a bagel and some honeyed milk or something, something to drink, and maybe a little bit of fruit, and waste like 5-10 minutes. And then finally, when I figure she's just about to start getting annoyed, I'll show up.
All right. The rest of you coming down, getting breakfast and whatnot, you see the exchange. You see Fix taking his time. What are the rest of you doing in the meantime?
I'm going to attend muster at my barracks just because it hasn't happened in a very long time. Unless
Okay.
somebody calls for me, I'm just going to be. Actually, unless, damn it, I can't remember her name right now. Rhonda, what's your character's name?
Evangeline.
Unless Evangeline calls for me, I'm kind of going to be militarying myself out
All right.
until we're ready to go.
All right. Which is easy for you guys to do now with your communication ability. All right. Anybody else gonna do anything in the morning?
Who all's milling about the house?
Most
am.
most of the house actually. You see when you walk into the dining room, you're gonna see several of Kofik's siblings. Probably his dad. His mom's not out there. Probably his dad. They're sitting at the table, kind of eating breakfast. It's kind of a buffet kind of style for breakfast. They just kind of grab some food and sit and eat, chatting about nothing in particular.
I'll
Fix
get
will
some.
come in and get some food.
I will get some food, and I will find a seat where I can see the doors.
Okay.
And then I'll kind of play with my food.
Okay. Evangeline's playing with food. Kadeth,
Buckley will be standing behind me.
Okay. Kadeth, You get up in the morning, you kind of see people milling about, their servants moving about and whatnot. You do see the exchange with Fix and Doran. You see Fix go and get some breakfast. What are you doing?
I'm probably just going and eating some breakfast, and if I see Fix, I'll see if he needs any help with anything for the morning, but otherwise, just go eat something and wait to see what's going on for the day.
All right. Well, you definitely see Fix.
Oh, no, I don't need anything. I'm just gonna grab some food and go talk to Gira, see what lies she's concocted for the provenance of that item.
Smart not to get Seeker there. He would just muck everything up.
I mean, do you want some help with that, just in case?
Mm, if you would be close enough in case something happens, that would be
Sure.
great. But otherwise, I want her to think that I don't want her to think that I'm bringing some sort of physical violence to her, as much as I would enjoy it. But
All
no,
right. Well, I can be nearby.
much appreciated.
Forsyth, you get up,
See,
you move around, you do see the exchange between Fix and Doran. You get some breakfast, you hear Kadeth and Fix chat a little bit. What are you doing?
staying non-obtrusive,
All right.
picking up whatever information I can, but basically staying out of everyone's way,
All
as
right.
far as they know.
Okay. All right. After a little bit, you go into the sitting room where Lady Gira is waiting. She has a little food. Uh, Dolren looks like he's, about 3/4 of the way to the door, chatting, kind of making small talk with Gira. As you kind of walk up, you can see that like Dolren takes a step toward the door and then Gira says something. Like he's trying to be hospitable, but at the same time, he really wants to leave the room.
As I come in, I will um, interrupt whatever she's saying with a greeting, good morning, Lady Kira. And then he'll look to Dolren, and I will say, Dolren, I think somebody was calling for you within the house, somewhere in that way.
He will turn to Lady Gira and say, "Please excuse me," and he'll turn around and leave with a very relieved expression on his face. Gira will stand. She'll say, "Ah, good. I believe you asked for some papers."
That I did. And I've still got a bagel or whatever it is, and I'm just kind of nibbling on it.
That works. She will hold out her hand, and you see Devakri is standing next to her, and he hands her a. It's small. It's just like a small scroll.
Mhm.
And she will hand it over to you. She's like, "This is my proof of ownership for this chalice.
Ah, very
If you
nice. I'll
so
un
kindly needed it."
Yeah. I'll like stick the bagel in my mouth, and then I'll unroll the parchment and look over it.
All right. Looks legit.
Ah, very interesting. I'll roll it back up, and it's more like, huh, very interesting.
Talking with your mouth full. What would your mother say?
One very long name.
But hey, um, let me think here. Um, yeah, I look it over and said, well, if everything checks out with this, then I will do what I can to retrieve the item you claim is yours.
What is the time frame I'm looking at here?
Well, I have no clue on what's guarding this, what the current possessor values it at, and what sort of trouble it's going to take me. So I can't give you an accurate time. I will. I tell you what, unless something emergent happens that I cannot avoid, yours is the very next thing on my to-do list.
Mm, very well.
And how might I contact you?
You can just say my name.
Oh, good to know. Oh, he'll look at Gira and then he'll look at uh, Devaki? Yeah,
Devacry.
Devakri, and back to her. Was that your uh, scrying orb or arcane eye or whatever it was that was in the ballroom after you left?
Kind of look at Devacry. Devacry will kind of give a slight nod or a slight shake of his head. And she will look back to you and no, it was not.
Well, I appreciate that. I do want to do an insight to see if I believe her.
Roll me an insight.
That's not good or bad. An 18.
What do you mean? I'm lucky to roll an 18. No, you're pretty sure she's telling the truth, actually. She's actually, from your insight, because you rolled an 18, you're picking up that there's a little bit of concern even on her part. Like, why was there a scrying orb here? Like, she's going through her mind, like, okay, who would be scrying on me or where I'm at? You can kind of see that playing in her head.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, enjoy the breakfast. I must tend to myself and my companions.
Very well. If our deed is done here, then please excuse me. I have other business to attend to.
Very well.
She will set down the plate, and her and Devacri will make their way to the front door.
I smile and watch them, and like as soon as the door closes, uh, I'll get on the communicator and say, and no matter what anybody does, that person who we dealt with, don't say her name.
She who shall not be named.
Yes.
She who shall not be named.
What's her name? That's all right. Seeker already calls her creature.
Hmm.
That's what she is.
We'll call her Lil G.
Little
Little
G.
G.
I mean, I'm not gonna give her the title of OG, so she's got to get Lil
Well,
G.
little G. All right. So you have the parchment in hand,
Oh yeah,
and
and I
he's
take it
walked out the door.
and I go to Kadath and asks him uh, if it's magicked.
I'll take a look at it.
All right. You take a look at it, and no, it seems to be legit. There's no magic on it.
Looks normal to me.
I thank you. What would it be to determine if something is a forgery?
It would be an investigation check.
Then I will go to the dining hall and I'll sit next to Evangeline. Um, Evangeline, I have a question for you. What's your full name?
Hold on a minute. I cast see invisibility
All right.
and look around the room.
You will see.
You weren't expecting that, were you?
you, you will see someone with see invisibility. You actually see the person, right? Not just an
Yes.
outline. Okay. You will see Gavian standing over Fix's shoulder, like he is super interested in what's going on here.
Who the hell is Gabion?
His
One
brother.
of his brothers.
Oh,
Do
I say, I'll look at Fix and say, my name is Evangeline Letitia Ford. Why is your brother so interested in what you're holding?
oh well, kind of.
You
I'll
can't
look at.
see him,
No,
but you
I
see
will.
where I'm looking.
Yeah, I will track where her eyesight is, and my elbow will go back quickly.
He won't be expecting. Oh, you caught him. He goes, oh. You recognize right away it's Gavian.
Do you want to join us, Gavian?
I do.
Well, then have a seat and show yourself.
Fine. He'll drop the invisibility.
Why, thank you.
What? So what does she have you doing anyway?
And why
Oh,
did you need to know my full name?
oh, well, I'm working on something. This has nothing to do with the person.
Okay.
Um, oh, and Gavian, don't say that person's name. Whatever you
Sure.
do.
I mean, if her name ever crosses my lips again, it'll be too soon.
Agreed. Um, she
We
has.
agree about something. There's something wrong here.
Well, the world is coming to a possible end soon, so it is the end times.
The end of the world as we know it.
um, that's why I wanted your name, Evangeline. Just something of personal that I'm working on. But as far as that person, I'll unroll the scroll and set it down. She claims to be the rightful owner of this chalice, I believe it was, that's currently being um, held by another. Evangeline, can you take a look at this? Tell me, does the ink look like it's aged properly? Is it a forgery? I know you're pretty good at investigating such things.
I rolled a natural 20 for a 26.
Holy shnikes.
I
All
really
right.
want to know if this is real or not.
I want to know. Uh, you're looking at it and you see it's not old. Um, it's fairly new. You believe probably this parchment was probably scribed no more than about 3-4 months ago. It was within the last year for sure. Um, so you know that, and looking at it, if it's a forgery, it's a really good forgery. Although the ink does seem new, the parchment itself seems new, depending on how long she said she's had this chalice.
I think she said some time frame. I just don't remember exactly.
I did not write it down either.
Okay.
I do not believe I put that in the notes.
But
I guess.
if it's a forgery, it's a really good forgery.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. So that's still inconclusive. And my brother's still there?
Mm-hmm. He's
And
just
it
watching.
was Gavian,
What?
right?
Yep.
Hmm. Gavian, do you or do you know anybody that is able to actually, one second. I'll tap my little earpiece and Seeker, can you cast Find Traps?
I'm not there.
That's why I hit the
I didn't think.
earpiece.
Yeah.
Oh,
As you're going through military drills, you hear Fix in your head.
live, 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 Rod, live. And I'm like, not a good time. What?
Can you cast Find Traps?
Yes. No. What? No. It's not one of my spells. No.
Okay.
Robert is saying that.
Thank you. Gavian, do you know somebody that can cast Find Traps?
Yeah.
Do you trust them?
Yeah. He just smirks.
Can I trust them?
Well, now that's questionable.
Hmm.
It's me, brother. It's me.
I figured. So I guess
In other words, you can't trust them.
so I know we sort of covered this in another campaign, so I need to get your clarification on it because I don't remember that full conversation. The wording of Find Traps can be interpreted to find traps even in like legal documents or writings, things like that, because it is says anything that would inflict a sudden or unexpected effect or you consider harmful or undesirable.
We're going into litigations again.
I know, litigation.
Yes.
We're gonna litigate.
It's your forte, Joe.
Hey, I did consider becoming a lawyer when I was younger, so
All right.
if you say no, I'm okay with that.
I think for find traps, I think yes, it would find anything that would be hidden that could cause intentionally hidden that could cause an unwanted effect. Um, so, the fine print of a contract is not considered a trap. You should read it. It's not intentionally hidden. Things like that. That's not a trap,
Matter of perspective on how
I mean,
intentionally hidden it was.
I mean,
right?
depends on how fine the text is.
Have you ever seen the Santa Claus?
Okay, so I don't think it would work here then. Never mind on that. Um, hmm, okay, this chalice. Are you aware of it, Gavin?
I don't know anything about a chalice. I mean, I heard, I'm not gonna lie, I overheard you talking to her. I know what it looks like. I can't believe that well, I mean, I can believe from her that it could have some kind of magical property, but I don't know what.
She hinted that it would improve her scrying.
Interesting. Wonder if it's like one of those. And he starts to describe a basin, very much of what you saw in the ice temple. He's like, I wonder if it's one of those things that you can kind of look through and see things. I don't know what they're called.
Evangeline's interest just peaked.
I'm trying to remember what the word is.
Pensive. Well, that's the
A window?
That's
a window.
pensive. That's the Harry
Yeah.
Potter term.
That's the Harry Potter term. I don't know what it might actually be called.
Yeah.
Crystal ball of sorts.
A scrying basin type thing.
Yeah,
Okay. Hmm.
It's the all-seeing bowl.
it's the all-seeing bowl.
Do you know anybody that's good at making forgeries? Are
Yeah.
you good at making
What?
forgeries?
Well, no. Actually, no, I'm not. But I do know somebody who is. Uh, what do you think I do for a living, brother? Just out of curiosity.
I've not figured that out yet. It is on my to-do list to figure out exactly
Okay.
everyone's role. I mean, I know our eldest brother's role. That's kind of
Painfully
obvious.
obvious.
So why don't you tell me?
Well, if you need a forgery, I can get you in touch with somebody. I can take you there myself.
I think I'll need to know in minute detail what it looks like before we start talking about a forgery.
Okay. Well, just let me know when you get eyes on it then.
Will do. Did you have any other questions?
Oh, me? No. I just was curious what you were going to do about this because, I mean, as much as I want to see you stumble and fall and, land face first in the dirt, I
Well,
I
that's
would
very
prefer
specific.
I would prefer you not to do so being dead. So, I'm just a little.
Well, I've become much harder to kill through my journeys, largely because of the people that I keep around me, such as Evangeline.
That is good.
And I'm guessing, is Kadath nearby?
Yeah.
Yeah. And, well, there's
Cowering
Kadath,
for everybody.
and I'm sure there's a mouse or something scurrying about the keep. And
He's with
then,
me too.
and then the militaristic one.
Ah, yes. Yeah. Good. Just, don't underestimate her. Her by herself, probably easy enough, especially for all five of you. Um, with the rest of her entourage, I don't know. Don't underestimate. That's all
I
I'm
don't
saying.
intend to.
All right. Let me know when you get eyes on it, and I'll get you in touch with a forger.
Appreciate it. Our sister, not again,
Lillian?
Lillian. Yeah. Does she do anything of worth?
He laughed really hard. Lillian, no. She looks pretty. Mother is still trying to find a suitable match for her. But yeah, she just won't accept anybody. Nobody's good enough for her.
Huh. Okay. Well, I will
I'm good.
definitely keep you in the loop.
I'm going to take another look around the room.
All right. You don't see any invisibility.
Okay,
Is that what
that's
you're
fine.
doing? Okay. All right. All right. What's your curiosity about Lillian?
Because I can't imagine that Mother would be happy with.
With someone not doing anything? It's what she
with.
tried to get you to do.
Yeah. Well, I just can't imagine ineptitude.
I'm sure. And he kind of looks around. lowers his voice a little bit because everybody thinks it, but everybody's a little. You get the feeling that everybody thinks it here, but nobody said it. But Gavian's about to say it. It's like, I'm sure Lillian's position is to make things more advantageous for Mother.
A pretty distraction then.
Just saying.
Understood.
Well, keep yourself safe.
Do best I can.
If you come back with a few, cuts and bruises, be sure that I get to see them before you get rid of them. Maybe I can dig a finger in one. He'll stand up and walk out.
Brother, anytime you want to, you know, have a row, here I am.
He seems nice.
Once we're alone in the room,
Yep.
brothers have left.
Mm-hmm.
There's no scrying going on. I will look at Fix and tell him, if absolutely needed, I can replicate a magical item.
Does it keep its properties?
I think it does. If it's the item I'm thinking of.
I reach into my pocket and pull out my despoiler. It does. And put it back in my pocket.
But what if I don't want them to have the same properties?
Then you need a forger. There
That's...
is one thing about the replication of a magical item. Once I replicate another magical item, the first one disappears.
Understood. I wonder if there's some way to do that, but corrupt it. Maybe creating a cursed copy of it.
I don't know. I'm new to this magic stuff.
Just some food for thought. So was that your actual name?
That is my actual name.
Appreciated. Wait. But you're elf. He kind of gets a big old grin.
My elf?
You're elf.
I'm not
Evangeline,
elf.
Letitia,
Oh.
Forge.
You're right.
And Fix is back.
I'm like, I'm not an elf. I don't have an elf. What are you talking about? Yes, I'm an elf.
Forsyth,
Si, Senora.
as you're lurking in shadows and listening to conversations and whatnot.
Bothering people.
Yeah.
I haven't bothered anybody.
Yeah, he's staying out of the way. You
Doesn't
will
mean I'm not gathering info, but
right. You will hear of you will hear Fix's mom at some point talking to which one of your it's gonna be Gidna. Talking to Gidna about
that's the sister,
Nyleash.
right?
Yep.
Yeah,
You're
I
gonna
remember
hear
her.
her instruct Gidna to go to Nyleash and ensure all things are as planned. That nothing got upset.
Okay. Interesting. But I have no idea what she
No.
means. So I'm of course going to take this eventually to Fix and let him know what I heard.
All right. The day breakfast is over. You've gathered some information. You got together. What is your plans for the day? Oh, Seeker.
Yes,
Piff calls you into his office.
I go in.
Piff will, once you come in, he'll pull out a small, like, handkerchief and he'll open it up. And there are 2 sending stones on there. He picks one up and puts it in his pocket and he hands out the other one to you.
I'll keep it in the cloth and I'll open up my bag of holding and I'll just drop it in.
All right.
Much appreciated, Captain. He
Absolutely.
is Captain, right?
He is.
His Captain, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Captain.
And
Oh, Captain,
he
my
says,
Captain.
much appreciated. Keep me informed.
Your orders, sir.
My orders is to continue.
What the hell is that?
Wasn't me.
There is a little singing going on.
Oh, okay.
I heard it too. I'm not sure who was doing it. He says, no orders from the Order of Truth or from higher above in the Zevgard. However, I would personally like for you to see this through for Kelemvor.
Understood. So am I to continue to fraternize with Evangeline Leticia Ford, or am I to do my own thing?
No, based on the information you have told me, continue with the group that you are with. They seem all, well, they're at least all working toward the same goal, to my understanding.
My report shall be much more regular with the aid of your gift. I'm assuming it is on loan
Yes,
until the mission is over. Understood.
indeed.
I snap to a salute and I'm waiting to be dismissed basically until
He will salute in return and say dismissed.
I give him a very uncharacteristic smile because he actually is a friend. And then I'll leave. Make sure nobody else of lower rank is in the room to see that, by the
Yeah,
way.
no, it was just the 2 of you.
Okay, all right.
No, he's giving you an order for Kelemvor.
Yeah.
Nobody's in the room.
Okay, good. So I will go and find Evangeline Leticia Forward.
The elven one.
The elven one.
Who is on the way to the Order of Truth.
I wouldn't know that. I'm just trying to find you.
Well, I will let you know that I changed locations, that I'm moving. I will contact Zeker and let him know that I'm going to go see my mentor about a painting.
And I will meet to you or accompany you, your behest. Which is it?
You may accompany me.
I will catch up with you then.
That sounds like I'm permitting you. I would like for you to accompany me.
Well, as far as Seeker's concerned, he's been ordered to attend you. So basically, it's fine with him. You don't know that. Maybe you do. I don't know.
You know it was true to begin with, but you
To
don't know
begin
how
with.
it is now.
Yeah, I don't know. That's true.
All right.
Status quo then.
Yep. You run into, you find your mentor, Leslin. You are here about the painting.
Yes.
As far as we can tell, it is indeed it's got all of the Second Age nuances to it. However, it does not seem old enough to be of the Second Age. The paint is still fresh, almost.
Well, it was in a frozen tundra.
Oh, okay, that's right. That would make sense. Yeah, I do believe that this is from the Second Age.
I will just say everything from everything retrieved from that area was very well preserved.
Obviously. This is a fantastic specimen of artwork of the Second Age. I'm sure the university would love to have it.
I say into the earpiece quietly for coin, right?
She will directly ask, what is the monetary value that you think could be placed on this?
The monetary value that would
Be placed on artwork from this second world.
Did you hear what I whispered, Rhonda?
I did not.
Papa needs a new pair of shoes,
Papa,
Evangeline.
Papa needs some new shoes.
she'll say most likely probably about 6,000 gold. They would be willing.
The university would be willing.
Yes.
What about on other markets?
Well, of course, in the black market, who knows what it'll go for? It would be a bidding war at that point.
Like wars.
But I would highly encourage you not to put it in the black market.
Perhaps barter. There is a specific group of people who are in need. Hi, Joe.
That was
Joe's
Rob.
still here.
Bye, Rob.
There he is.
Everybody moved locations.
It's like, where did
There
everybody
is
go?
Sorry about that.
That's
all
okay.
right.
A specific group of people who are in need of a new home, new lands.
Oh. Perhaps we could send what's the word I'm looking for? A convoy? Um, aid? Do the new lands, as in they are refugees, they need to flee where they're at, or
They are
new lands, as in they need to rebuild?
They are refugees.
Relocate is a better moniker for
Their home
Relocate.
was destroyed. They can no longer go back to where they came from.
Very well.
being as it's destroyed.
I picked up on that. Thank you.
Yes.
And the fact that time travel isn't a thing yet.
Well, it is
exactly.
Well,
Yes, we can aid them in relocating. Do they want to come to the steadfast, or do they wish to stay near where their previous home was destroyed?
I do imagine that they will want to stay near where they are from. What is the name of that city? Where they're at? Or the little town?
Oh, Lipgara is where they're at currently.
They are, I will say, they are currently at Lipgara.
Ah,
Very far south.
yes.
The skill sets and the knowledge they could bring could be wonderful for the Order of Truth.
We could totally send a group of people to aid them in that.
I would like for this painting that came with them to be used as payment to set them up, to give them a new home, to give them a new life. And it should be there near the area where they were originally from.
Very well. I will make it so.
And I will give
make it so.
I will give her whatever that little dwarf's guy's name was. I'd have to look it up. Strongforge or Strong.
The king.
Something.
Yeah, the king. I don't remember what his name
Yeah.
is. Zarin. Now you're gonna make me look it up. Zarin I think it's Zarin. Started with a Z. Nope, it started with an F. Ferrum.
Yes.
Ferrum Stoutforge.
Stoutforge, that's it. I give him his name as well as the name of the guard, because we did have his name too.
Okay. I don't have that right
As
next to it, so I'd have to dig.
the contact.
All right. I will send them to Lipgera to look for Ferrum Stoutforge to aid them in rebuilding how they see fit.
And the
And,
university
glean some knowledge.
can be donated the painting for their
Excellent.
collection.
That sounds reasonable. That can be done.
I will check in at a later date and see how that's coming along.
Excellent.
Thank you. And she turns to walk away because she don't stand on formality.
Yep. She'll be like, bye. No.
Speaker just gives a curt nod and follows Evangeline.
All right. You guys head out.
Yes.
All right.
She and then she will promptly seek out Forsyth.
That's
Okay.
easy.
Good luck. I mean,
I mean,
I can
I'm
always call you.
calling you.
yeah, because
Yeah,
I'm hiding around.
Forsyth.
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 Yeah. See? Oui, madame.
I have a challenge that you might have proclivities towards. It may
Ah,
be of assistance to me.
so you need something absconded.
I actually need something sold.
Okay. I can help with that.
It is a painting.
A painting.
It
Okay.
is from the second world. There
All
were
right.
two, and they have been authenticated. Or the one has been authenticated. They are not aware that I have the other one.
How large are these paintings? Or the one you need?
What did I say? They're like, I don't
Yeah.
know, 2.5 feet by
One of them was
3.5
smaller
feet.
than the other.
Yeah.
Are they
And
They're
are
and
they
rather large.
framed?
Poster
they-
size, I think I said. Like
they
poster
they
size.
yeah, they fit into my bag of holding and they are framed. And I wish to get the maximum amount of money for them as possible.
You do know the
Perhaps
opening of the frame might not fit through the opening of a bag of holding.
we
Oh, but it
decided
did.
that it would.
We
It
did
did.
too.
And it
Okay.
did.
Yeah.
Okay. Not a problem. So are you going to then lend me your bag of holding to go in to get this picture for you, or do I need to bring it out?
Oh, she
Oh, I
already
have
has
the picture.
Oh, you have it.
I have the picture. I have the picture. I have the painting. You might possibly know somebody who would know how to get rid of such a valuable painting on the black market.
It depends on what dollar value you're wanting for it. Gold value, excuse me.
Maximum value. The bidding
Okay.
can start at 6,000 gold piece.
Does Seeker have any idea how much this could fetch? I mean, got a lot of like
I
history knowledge.
imagine. Oh, let's see. I don't know.
What skill would that
See,
be?
Under.
there are multiple ways to go about this. One of them,
His.
go to the legitimate, or well, let's go to the underground. The problem with the underground is then you're going to be third partying something, and the amount you get at the end is not going to be as much. The second way would be to find
A collector.
a semi-legitimate buyer who is willing to hide a purchase for his own pleasure. Someone that might be indeed seeking this kind of art. That would be the way to get the maximum dollar.
So, in your knowledgeable opinion, would this be somebody perhaps like she who should not be named? Or
you mean Fix's mom?
well, that was the second one I was going to name.
It would be
possible.
a history roll, by the way.
Oh, history for me?
Yeah, to determine how much approximate value this painting would be.
And Evangeline's coming to you because she wouldn't know anything about this crap.
Right, understand.
If it doesn't come out of a book, she doesn't know what it means.
Yeah. Hold on. History. Yeah. Unfortunately, I only got 12 on my history roll.
Oh, wait a minute. I have history.
So do I. That's why I was asking.
Yeah,
Can I roll it now?
that's why I was looking. I
Oh,
was
okay.
actually looking up what roll it would be. It would
Oh,
be a
I'm sorry.
history roll. No, you're fine.
A 21.
Nice. All right. History speaking, Forsyth, you know, general rule of thumb, the older it is, the more fetching of a price, and the better condition it is, the higher the price goes. Just a general rule of thumb. And knowing this is from the Second Age, you know this should fetch a pretty penny.
Yeah.
Seeker, from some of the things that you have transported in the military, some of the things that you have pushed through and whatnot, you have noticed that some things they guard a lot more heavily. And you're figuring, 6,000 was definitely an undercut. It it could easily fetch probably 15 to 20,000, really, being from the Second World, or the Second Age, and in such pristine condition.
Pristine
I
condition.
tell Evangeline that, and I'm sure she'll let Forsyth know because she's talking to him.
I absolutely will.
Well, I think we could probably find a buyer for it. It will take a little time to do that, but there are ways and there are ways. So I will look both directions and see which way is the better buy and the cleaner buy for you.
Evangeline, this does beg a question, and I'm talking just to Evangeline. Considering, especially in our line of work, that possession is 9/10 of the law in most cases, unless you're on order work, of course, what do you intend to do with the proceeds? Merely a curiosity on my part.
My main intent is to set these people up. They were driven from their home in disaster, unrightfully imprisoned in a loops. And we have pulled them into a world that is not their own.
Understood.
My main intent is to set them up.
Understood. Was just curious.
Okay,
Now,
so
wouldn't hurt if we all got a little profit out of it, but
Now you're saying something that makes me happy. Great.
in the meantime, Forsyth will go about Putting a couple irons in the fire, a few irons in the fire. First of all, he's going to talk to Fix and ask him if he knows if anyone in his family might be interested in this particular portrait or painting that might not have come through, let's say, truly legitimate buyer, but nobody's going to be looking for it that we know of.
Nope. Nope. It was handed to you, basically, by
Yeah.
the legitimate owner.
Yeah.
I actually asked, what's his name? I forgot it again.
Farron.
Something George. Anyway, I actually asked the dwarf of the keep if I could take them, and he said sure.
But
Well,
I will go to Fix and find out if his family is interested in purchasing it. I will also go to the underground because I can go out in the street and find the path to whoever leads the underground very quickly.
Much, yeah.
And I will approach them about it also.
after Forsyth comes to me, thinking about it, if something isn't exactly legitimate, sometimes it becomes more desirable.
That's what I'm thinking.
So
That's why I
come
sell that point.
come with me. My brother just this morning told me he was a facilitator. I think he may be the best person to help us with this.
Okay. I will
And
go with him to his brother.
I would go to Gavin.
All right. You're
Watch
gonna
your
find,
ass.
yeah.
But like I said, I also put out a feeler with the network.
All right. You go to
So
Gavin. You find Gavin. What is he doing? He's probably pilfering around
Choking a
and
baby.
something at
taking
the house
candy
that
from a
he's
baby.
probably not. Actually, he's probably sitting down in like one of the sitting rooms, and he's probably looking through some parchments. To be honest, when
Uh,
he sees you come in, he'll lay everything down. He'll be like, twice in one day.
well, it must be your lucky day then.
Sure.
I'll take a look, and not even hiding it. I'll take a look at the parchments if they're visible to see what they are.
There's various ledgers and whatnot. They look like they're stuff from your mom's office.
Gotcha. Are you supposed to have those?
No,
Okay.
of
Just
course not.
making sure. Um, do you know of anyone that is a collector of art from antiquated times? The Second Age specifically? Who doesn't
Um,
mind if something is shadowed?
yeah, I know a few people. One of which I shall not name.
Well,
Because
um,
you told him not to.
Because you said not to.
yeah, somebody else. I want her to have nothing,
Huh. Oh.
except
The
perhaps
price is double for her.
a lack of life. I would like her to have, but
She can have it, but she must die.
mm,
Um. Well, yeah, I mean, there is her rival,
ooh, I like that.
Rolduck.
I was gonna say, is it Strolduck?
Oh, oh. I
It's
think
always
You
a
that's
question
guys
all.
getting
know,
them to
That's
buy their own painting back.
I think that's all the information I need. I need to speak with my companions.
Seeker would totally facilitate that sale because he doesn't give a damn about any of the people involved.
I mean, I could probably find a couple others. Painting, you said second age
In pristine condition.
in pristine condition. I'm sure there are others. There's a few professors that
We
dabble
should
their
hold an
fingers down in
auction,
the underground that
an illicit auction. I'm telling you.
like those things.
Spread the word that there may be one coming for sale. Make sure that she who is not to be named hears about it.
Oh, you want her to know.
I want her to
Yeah,
know,
he wants her to
and I
know,
want
and
her
then
to
he's not going to sell
salivate,
it to her.
and then I want her to know that her rival got it.
Want to lick site?
All right, I'll begin to spread the word. Sure.
Thank you.
He will look at Forsyth, who is there. Says, kind of stuck in Key. You planning on going anywhere anytime soon?
Yeah. Oh, he was talking to Forsyth, or
Mhm.
was just.
he was
Oh,
he was
sorry.
talking to Forsyth.
Gotcha.
Not before Fix does.
All right. Well, if you make it outside of the, I mean, you're welcome to spread the word inside the city as well that one would become available most likely. But if you make it outside the city, spread out there too.
But of course,
All right.
Why is your brother not asking for something in return? That's weird. That's Robert speaking, not Seeker.
because the thought of hurting his mother just resonates with him.
Mm, mm. Thank you for clearing that up because that was weird. But okay. All right.
Well, that's the way I read it.
You're probably right. I'm not disagreeing with you.
Hmm. So, did Forsyth hear why Evangeline was selling this? I wasn't clear on that.
No,
Only
that was
Seeker
just the
asked.
conversation with Seeker.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought they were all together, so I was.
No,
For
I have.
Forsyth, it's a commission sale.
I was talking to Forsyth over the thing. Now,
Okay. Then,
Evangeline will be like, I could use a few new books and kind of running shy on some,
And
metal
shoes.
and
Daddy's shoes. Daddy's shoes.
then
she's starting to put together her wish list.
if Forsyth doesn't know, then Fix. I will get on our comms and I'll say, Evangeline, Breaker
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
Breaker 19.
Um,
Oh,
this painting you're trying to sell, is there a rush on how quickly it happens, and what is the detriment of the amount that we get?
I have already given one painting to my mentor. The Order of Truth is going to put it at the university. In return, they are setting up
Barrel, Stout Forge, and etc.
etc. with land and homes. It is my intent that at least one of these should be available for all to see. After all, it is from the second world. But my true intent is to make sure that these people who were torn from their homes and torn from their time and are now here in a world that's not their own have a place to call home.
And the sale
And
of
if there's some
these.
extra left over for us, so be it.
Understood. So, okay. I have an idea. She who will not be named would really want this. And so would her rival that we're going to go see. I would rather she know of the sale and it to go to somebody else because she seems to be the type that doesn't like not getting what she wants. But I do understand the press for time. Since this is yours, I would ask for your blessing that I ask my mother to help temporarily fund this cause until we can get this sold as a loan, not a gift.
At the moment, a convoy is being organized to go and help.
So you got time.
We got time.
Okay. Then no need for that, but are you on board with us
Oh,
sticking it
yeah.
to her a little bit?
Stick it to her.
Stick it to her.
All right.
She's
All right.
disrupting my plans.
I need to check in. Kadeth. I keep
Mm-hmm.
seeing your little screen going green. Are you just moving stuff around or is there something you want to say?
No, I'm just moving stuff around.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. All right.
No, this is far from my bailiwick.
It is. Although, you know, she's definitely one to cause chaos, not balance. So, you know.
Isn't that her
Yeah,
job?
but it
Yeah.
seems like the rest are solving that problem
Yep.
rather
That's true.
readily.
Very readily. Look, you don't even have to do anything. You can get credit with it from your order and not even lift a finger.
Just right
That's what I've
along.
influenced my companions to do.
All right.
Hey, I think I'm breeding balance and order because that lady gets everything she wants. This is just balancing the scales.
That's true.
Somebody told me that everything she wants is everything she sees.
And everything that she wants is everything she shouldn't have.
Nobody got the reference. Oh
Oh,
well.
I totally
Okay.
I
got
did,
it.
I
Oh,
did
okay.
not.
Thank you. There's a song from Wham.
Yep.
Okay.
Um,
I missed it. I apologize.
That's okay. I was just hoping somebody got it, and somebody did, so I'm happy.
all right. So, you make some arrangements. You have a plan. Gavian is going to be like, he's going to take the parchments. He's going to kind of stack them up, and he folds them and kind of slides them down into one of his pouches, and says, looks at you, Kofik, and says, you never saw these. And he walks out.
I kind of smirk and hmm, I don't know if there's anything that I need to do remaining.
All right.
If not, oh, actually, I will go see that armor that my mother had told me about, but we didn't have time for.
Ah, all right. You can go see the armorer. The armorer. You walk in. Really? You are going to see a gentleman. He seems to be working probably a shield at the moment. As you walk in, he's hammering a shield out, or what looks like a shield. Nope, can't use that. Um, you walk in. You know that his name is Imand. Kudal. He's banging out a shield, and there's a lot of noise. It's very warm. You walk in, and after standing there for, I don't know, a minute or two, he stops. He turns. He like dunks the shield into a huge tub of water. You see the steam. You hear the hiss. Um, and then he pulls it back out and starts to inspect it, and that's when he notices that you're standing there. And he'll turn. He'll say, "Oh, excuse me. I apologize for the wait. How long have you been here?"
No need to apologize. The forge comes first.
Well, that is true. I have a limited window to work on while it's hot. What can I do for you?
I was told by my mother that you were quite gifted in armor smithing.
Uh, I appreciate the compliment. What are you looking for?
A set of full plate.
Plate. He starts looking you up and down. You can tell that he's kind of measuring you already, like,
Mhm.
okay, that's full plate. All right. Out of any particular metal? I mean, is this for decorative purposes, ceremony, actual function? What are we looking for?
Actual function.
All right.
Why don't you beat people up?
He wants to beat people up. All right. Uh, how long? I mean, when do you need this by? Or is this just something you wish to commission?
I have some errands to run that may take a while, but I don't want to wait a year for it.
Okay. Okay. Uh, you can see he's kind of thinking through his jobs and whatnot. Yeah, I mean, I could push it up to the front. May take me a week, maybe two.
I don't know that I'll be back by then, but if you can hold on to it until I return.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Are you familiar with Gond?
I am not.
So I will spend like probably the next 5-10 minutes proselytizing
Evangelizing.
the evangelizing Gond, and I would think that as a blacksmith, armor smith, however he his
Some
trade
appreciation, yeah, maybe.
would appreciate uh,
Yeah, I mean,
the god of crafting.
he seems pretty interested. Like, huh, I had no idea that there was a god of such nature.
They got a god for that.
They got a god for that. Yes.
And then I'll take out a parchment and with the symbol of Gond on it and ask that this be emblazoned on the chest of it, and I will take a uh, enough of the obtainium
Hmm.
that I've gotten to make that, and
All
ask that
right.
it be crafted at. Ooh, do I think he would have the skill to be able to forge
Um,
the obtainium?
Looking around his forge, you see several types of metals.
Mm,
Um, you feel that even if he doesn't have it right away, he would figure it out very quickly.
okay. Um, and I and then I'd go into the process as to kind of give him a little bit of a head start on that. The tip, since I've been working with it
Okay.
fairly extensively, just give him information on, uh, you know, appropriate temperatures, things like that.
All right.
Uh,
Yeah. He'll jot all of that stuff down on a parchment. Um, and yeah. He will take it. He seems a little excited now because now he's working with something that he's not worked with before, and that's exciting to him.
Okay. Much appreciated.
Absolutely. Yeah, give me maybe 2 weeks since this is new. Might take
Take
me
your
2
time.
weeks. All right. I will work on this.
Thank you. And then I will head out. And I apologize. I don't mean to bogart all the attention today. So I will let others take a
I'd
time.
hardly say you took all the attention. Evangeline took half of it already.
She ain't done.
All right. And then you head out. Um, anything else anybody wants to do while they're in Key?
Want to get this auction going.
All right, that's getting started.
We need to
I
spread
do
this
need to
to
get
some
to the
other places.
underground.
That's what I meant. Let's get
Yeah.
it going.
All right. So
Let's get it started.
you guys get back together wherever your location for meeting is. Did you intend
Underground.
on meeting back in Fix's home, or do you want to hit some, unsavory tavern where you can hide in a dark corner? Like, what's your intention? I
We
think
can't
it's
should
magically
wiser.
make you go somewhere if I need to know where you're going.
we should pick a spot to meet because probably all of us heading into the underground with foresight is going to look pretty conspicuous.
Yeah, but the reality is, yeah, neutral ground would actually be best. So a tavern would be most likely.
This is for your group to get together and decide what is your
Oh,
next step
for our group.
right
Yeah,
now. Yes, because
yeah, because
Uh,
tavern, because we don't want to be under the watchful eye of his mother.
well, I would like to go to, I'm sure what would be, well, I'm going to go to my captain.
okay,
And if when you'll permit me, I'm going to see if I can facilitate something
okay,
in reference to the auction, mind you.
okay. All right. Um, well, with that, we are going to go on a break because it's 8 o'clock and I need a bio break. So we're going to go on a break and we will be back shortly to see what will happen next.
And we're back.
Alrighty. So, we left off with you guys finding a place to chat a little bit. You find a tavern, I'm going to assume. You don't want it to be in your mother's house. You find a tavern and you get some ales, get some food, sit yourselves up in a corner or maybe even in a private room if you wanted to. And you're going to talk about this?
Mm-hmm.
What are your plans?
First thing we do is cast see invisibility.
You do not see anything.
It runs for an hour.
Okay, good to know. The coast is clear. Don't everybody speak at once.
I intend to go back to my leadership and use my channels for procurement to see what can be shaken loose of an investor or two or three. That's it.
Right?
My brother is going to be spreading the word as well. And I'm wondering, Evangeline, I think that a twist of the knife would be great by selling it to her rival, but if she is willing to purchase it, would you have any concern selling it to my mother?
Or to an underground investor at a good price.
At the right price, I guess it would be okay.
And what, pray tell, is the right
As
price?
long as there's no strings attached for the people whom it's helping.
All we would be doing is selling ownership of it.
Right.
There are no strings attached after that. But the thought is, if we can get it to
Possibly,
whomever
I
on the
might
condition,
say to the mistress that she stay out of their business.
right, that's what I was going to say, is that whoever buys it has to buy it under the condition that it never reaches the hands of the she who must not be named.
You could sell
LG.
it. You could resell it to whomever you want, just not to LG.
Right.
LG.
And it must
Little
never
G.
reach her hands.
Little G.
Little G.
Yeah. And let's face it,
The G woman.
if we could sell it for a percentage more to someone underground or to Lady Kofik, then that's better than selling it to her rival, as long as she's still never going to get it. The rival, though, that kind of rubs her face in it, because once she finds out, then it's going to irk her.
Though I do believe there's much. I think you said it was pain in her ass that I have been. That my mother having it may be just as much of a rub in the face.
True. So let's see where things go from here, and we'll play it by ear. But the point is, we need to figure out where we're going to have an auction and who shall be invited. I highly recommend that we have it at a neutral location, because
The
that gives us better control over the ground.
the problem with an actual auction is we have no control. It is controlled by who is the highest bidder.
I understand that, but we do control who appears at it. In other words, preventing someone coming in with an actual army uh, of mercenaries, that would be a good thing.
Perhaps private sealed bids.
that would be another way to do it. And just have a runner bring the bids in from each party. That way we're not seeing them face to face, we're just seeing the bids.
And there's no, or less, I guess I should say, opportunity for warring rivals.
Yeah, I highly recommend if we do it that way, having them bring them to a tavern, but not having the picture anywhere near the tavern.
Agreed. I think that we should not have the item near us at that point. And I think that we should take measures to keep it safe once word goes out that it is being.
Like hiding it in a hoard of an ancient red dragon, that's a great place to hide it, but
Hard to get back out.
getting it back out is not a
For
problem.
the time being, it is currently safe.
Yes, and let's keep it safe. But in not giving out who wins the bid, that helps protect it in the end anyway.
Evangeline, I assume it is in one of your hidden compartments.
It is.
I suggest you wrap it or do something to it so that it cannot be pilfered. He kind of looks at Kadeth. As we have found, if it is known that it is in there, it can simply be taken out.
There are 4 people other than myself that know where it's at.
And
And they are currently in this room. You want it to stay safe? You keep me safe.
Well, that's
true.
sort
Most
of what
things
we've
maybe
all
not
been
have anyone.
doing.
Which is why I said it was safe.
I think that's part of the group mantra. Keep the weird lady safe. I mean,
Keep the weird people safe.
that too.
All right.
Okay, that sounds like a plan.
So while that is being
Truly, currently,
propagated,
other than your brother,
mhm,
we're the only 5 people that know the second painting exists.
understood.
Other than the guy who gave it to us.
Baron,
The other dwarf, yeah.
do with it as you will.
Shall we then?
We shall.
Yes.
So
We'll leave to my captain.
Okay. You'll find him doing paperwork most likely.
We will we will have all bids delivered to this table at this tavern by 6 p.m. tomorrow night. That gives them time to determine
I
what.
think
I think we need more time than that for word
more
to travel.
more time than that
Oh.
for travel. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
give them one week's time.
Well, I do need to go and see about this chalice. So
Right.
perhaps we start spreading the word, and when we return, we set the date.
Kadath,
Okay.
Yeah.
did you want to go to Thrice?
Yeah.
I was going to say, we all came to Key because the majority of us wanted or needed to come to Key, but I believe that I thought I remembered that Kadath needed to go to Thrice as well.
Well, and we should probably let people know that we finished things that we were set south for.
true, give a status report so that we clear up the past.
You know, turn in our quest, as it were.
Turn
Yeah.
in the quest. All right. All right, Seeker.
Yes.
You get into Piff's office. You salute, and he's at ease. You know,
All
what,
right.
I did not expect you to return quite so quickly. What is...
I close the door if you'll permit me,
Oh, yeah, definitely.
and I wonder if he has a manner of us keeping this conversation private. And I let him know there's certain magics that I've experienced that will allow to ensure that a conversation is private.
Yes, yes, I do. And he'll pull out a drawer. He'll lift a false bottom. He's never shown you this before. He lifts a false bottom and he pulls out a stone. He sets it down and he rubs it, like he circles around it, you know, around the edges. And he says,
A
unwanted
funding
hearsay.
opportunity has presented itself.
Yes.
Of the many jobs that we have done together, I know that there have been some avenues that we have gone down that have been dark, meaning not in the full light of the law. This is one of those opportunities. But should we be successful in what I'm about to propose, funding for equipment for not just myself, but my compatriots, which will make us far more formidable in dealing with what's to come, should be available. So we have an item. Well, one of my members has an item. It's actually theirs, not mine, but they want to sell it for the highest possible price for several reasons to ensure certain assurances for certain things, which I will not go into for their privacy, this person's privacy, but more importantly, anything above and beyond whatever gold or platinum amount that this person has deigned to be the right threshold. I'm assuming, and that's saying a lot, but judging from this person's character, I would assume that it would be fair to some degree. The leftover surplus made from the sale of this said item could be more than abundant than to for us to procure things, seeing as we're eighth level and dirt poor. It's very strange. I've never experienced this before. The item that we wish to sell, I told you about my time in the South.
Yes.
We were able to literally bring back things from the Second Age in pristine condition. This particular item is a painting that is, like I said, in pristine condition. And you know, for me to say that, that's saying a lot.
Oh.
We know that it could fit in the right circle. We intend to hold an auction where people will bid discreetly, and we're going to give a timetable for which all bids should be in, and whoever has the highest bid wins said item. And I know there's some people that work with the guild who are collectors themselves and who don't bring everything to the order.
Indeed.
Could you put the word out?
I can indeed. I will.
It's to be received at this tavern, blah, 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 on this day, blah, 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 because everything takes 5 sessions to do here. Okay. So that's what
Absolutely.
I understood. Thank you, Captain. May I go?
Absolutely. He'll rub the stone, put it
Salute,
away.
and I
Dismissed.
GTFO.
Yep. All right. You guys,
Only 3 hours, guys. Come on.
yep. You gonna, what was this the plan? Do you want to take care of the auction while you're here, or no? Go to Thrice, go to Charmon, come back, and do the auction at that time.
If we leave, it's going to be another 3 sessions before the auction is done.
I think that there should be, there
All
is
right.
You in a
somebody
hurry
in,
to do it?
There's time.
Yeah, kind of.
he is. There is
Listen, I
somebody
have
in
my reasons.
Thrice who should be told because she has connections, obviously.
He has connections.
In
You would know that
particular,
person as known as Sylvia Forsyth.
particularly little G is definitely her connection. And we got just the guy to deliver the message because he has to decide if he's going to deliver a necklace or not.
You gonna hop over to Thrice before you do this, so you can spread some words?
Sure. I mean,
All
So
right.
how
I think
far
it's a
is Thrice
reasonable
from here?
way, but
Thrice, the travel time is a couple of weeks, but you do know that there is some mages between Thrice and Key that can fast travel.
possibly even NP. We've never actually checked.
Yeah. Or, well, we know, can't Shallow get us to Thrice?
Shallow can, but Shallow's in Farbron.
Right, but we have a word to get back to Farbron.
Oh, that's true. You do have a
True.
word to get back to Farbron if you need to go back to Farbron right now.
Well, how long did he say to give him? I thought it was like just a couple days.
Yeah, it was a couple days. It's been
That
a
was
day.
yesterday.
Yeah. It's been 24 hours. You needed about another 24 hours.
Okay. So I don't. What time of the day is it now? We've kind of been going all over.
You have been going all over. It's early evening, late afternoon.
So if we spend one more night here and then we depart in the morning, that should be enough time.
Yeah. All right. So you're gonna just hang out, eat, drink, be merry for a little bit, wait till morning, let word get spread out a little bit about this painting from the Second Age in pristine condition.
I
Get
would,
through some of the grapevine.
yeah, and I would also go to my mother and tell her of it.
Okay.
And that I think it would be a great addition to the Trinston family collection.
That it would. I will think on it. As you get ready to leave, she'll stop you. She'll say, Kofik,
Yes, mother?
you wouldn't happen to know where some of my ledgers are, would you?
I do.
Just say no.
What a dick brother.
And where are they?
I'm a tail.
They're safe.
I'd like them back, please.
I expect they should return eventually, but I'll see if I can expedite that.
All right. She'll go back to her paperwork. She's kind of like, okay.
Oh, and mother,
What?
remember we spoke of your successor?
Yes.
Yeah. He'll kind of nod and he'll just walk out at that.
Okay. She'll just smirk. All right. So you spend the evening You get rest.
Forging.
Forging. Tinkering.
How far along am I on this thing?
You are. Roll me another roll.
I will take that natural 20 for a total of 30.
Nikes. You are almost done shaping it. Like any engravings and stuff like that, you've not done anything like that, but you've got it pretty much shaped. Now it just needs to be, some various tools might need to be sharpened, refined a little bit, just to get the exact, but you're almost done.
Okay. And I'll also want to create a pouch for it.
Okay. All right, that's easy enough. You could do that. All right. You get some rest in. Next morning comes up. You guys meet up elsewhere.
Yep. We all touch and hold hands and say, watermelon.
Watermelon.
Watermelon, watermelon, watermelon,
Kumbaya.
watermelon.
All right. Poof. You get squeezed and pulled a bit, and bam, you're in the shop. You hear a cat go, "Meow."
I pet that cat immediately. And I
Yes.
go, ooh, kitties.
Shallow
Did
will
I
purr.
ever tell you I prefer cats to dogs?
I like
Better
them both.
recipes.
They're better recipes. So,
Hey, kitty, kitty.
so you are in Shallow's shop, as it has now been affectionately named. Corini will step out from behind the curtain. He'll say, "Ah, just in time." You see, there's a little bit of dark circle on his eyes. It's like, I just finished it.
How was it working with that material?
It was a little tricky at first, but once I kind of figured it out, it, it it's pretty nice to work with. It's easily enchantable.
Is it just a matter of ease? Does it have a higher capacity to hold the magics? What exactly? He's very interested in the enchanting portion of it.
Yeah, he will chat with you because you found somebody of Fix's kindred spirit here. He will chat with you for quite a lengthy amount of time. That the Obtainium will hold enchantment very well, and it can hold a pretty powerful enchantments. Um, and this one in particular, when he was enchanting it, he knew that it was going to be lighter. Um, I mean, it's a powerful spell, but it wasn't going to, it would need a recharge time. The Obtainium will recharge itself, um, but it's not very consistent. Um, and it's not likely to break on you, like most Numeneras and things like that. It's not likely to break. It should be able to hold its enchantment unless something dispels it outright.
Much appreciated.
He will bring it out, and you have a circlet of telepathy, and it is in D&D Beyond.
Oh, cool. I will don it.
He says, and unlike some magic items, some magic items, if you enchant it, it can only have that enchantment. It's a little bit different. You should be able to, if in the future you want to add something to it, I think it's got room. Or if you want to make this telepathy a little bit more powerful, I think it could handle it.
Good to know. When I get more coin, I will be sure to return.
All right.
And with
So
that, could you would you be so kind as to teleport us to Thrice.
I can teleport you to Thrice. You can see a little bit of an exasperation, like, oh, because he's been up all night. He's
Much
like, oh,
appreciated.
and you hear Shallow like meow at him. It's like, I can teleport you to Thrice. Come. And he'll lead you back into the back room where he has a teleportation circle. He says enchantment, and you guys can end up in Thrice. Oh, I need 2 teleportations in one day. I need Constitution saving throws from all of you
I'm a dwarf.
Why does teleportation cause constitution problems?
because it's disorienting.
Okay.
22.
Wow.
4,
17
Oh,
with my plus
14.
0.
17,
That's
nice.
pretty cool.
7.
Kadeth,
8.
nice. All right, Kadeth and Forsyth. You come out of that teleportation this time, and you stumble a bit as you try to find your feet. It's kind of like finding your land legs again after you've been on the ocean for weeks. You kind of stumble a little bit, and you have a little queasy feeling in your stomach, and you got a little bit of a headache coming on. Nothing that's going to be hindering yet, but you feel if you do this too many more times, you're gonna find yourself in bed for a few hours. But you are standing outside of Thrice.
Okay. We'll start heading in toward the temple, I guess.
All right, you head into the temple. At the temple, you are met with a few people. Trinston is there. Meryl is there. Erwin shows up eventually. They all welcome you back into the temple. They say, "Welcome back, Kadeth. It's been some time."
Certainly has. And eventful, too. And I'll go through the whole list of all the things that have happened since last time I was here in
Right.
as much detail as I normally would and answering whatever questions they have.
So you're just filling them in, basically.
As Kadeth is sharing the story, Evangeline will wander off.
All right. You're gonna wander off. Forsyth is
Just
probably gonna wander off too.
linger
Yeah.
back and wander off.
All right.
I mean, it's home.
No, that's right. It's home. You can go check in
I
with
got
people.
people to check in with.
Yeah.
You can let whoever it was know that you did whatever you needed to do.
Yeah.
Which I don't remember exactly, but
and
All right.
and find some coin along the way.
Oh yeah.
I got a
Roll your
12 on
sleight
my
of hand.
stealth
Nice.
as I try to sneak off.
Well, are you really trying to sneak off, or are you
Yeah.
just like, I'm just gonna go over here, guys? I'll see you. We'll catch
27.
up later. 27. All
Yeah.
right. You're gonna be able to across various people as you're walking through to get to your destination. You're gonna be able to pick up about 14 gold.
Oh, that's not a bad haul for a.
Nope. That was pretty good.
I just never let people know how much I actually have.
Nobody asked.
Nope.
Yeah.
All right.
one thing I will make sure to focus on is what's her name that followed us down.
Kosha?
Kosha.
Yeah, Costa.
Okay.
I
I'll
will
let them
actually.
know what I think about her, how she did.
Okay.
I will give word of her to
Appreciate that.
the underground.
All right.
If Kadeth doesn't make it, secret or keep Fix away. Fix will be there. And when he starts mentioning the girl, he's like rolling his eyes and mumbling under his breath.
You will
And,
there will
and
definitely be a little bit of a smirk from Irwin because Irwin's that
Yeah.
person.
Well, and I would, come right on and say what all she did. So.
Yeah.
and like if he says anything good, Fix kind of gives that look of not really, kind of shaking my head, like he's not being truthful. No, no.
No, no. Uh,
Cadet, you
they,
liar.
they, they will. Irwin will smirk a little bit. He'll kind of giggle because that's how Irwin is. Um, but Meryl standing there, Meryl will say, "Good. She did exactly as she was instructed."
Yes, she did a very good job, and I think she is well on her way to becoming a productive member of the order.
Yes, that is what we're hoping. We have some plans for her, guided of course by Tatra, um, in as much as we can understand her own riddles.
Oh, and at the moment, she is currently staying down there to help the people there. So,
Oh, well, um, I'm not sure that she is there anymore. I believe she has come back to town.
ah, okay. I was not aware of that.
Yeah.
Um, and then I
Remaining that.
will go into what I'll go into what happened in Key also,
Okay.
and
Oh, yeah.
I'll make sure to mention that I saw Elijah there and the discussion I had with him and all that.
Yep. Elijah is probably going to make it back here in about a week. They'll let you know. But yeah, all right. They will confirm that yeah, they knew that Elijah was there. He was sent there and whatnot. But yeah, they'll let you know that they are indeed training Kosha for other things. Hi, Oscar. Forsyth, you head down to the underground?
Yeah.
All right, what are you doing?
Well, I'm going to go to the people I know to be leaders in the underground and let them know of the things we've been doing and Kosha's part in that, how she's been a great help along the way,
All right.
and that we are enjoying great success in finding loot.
All right. You'll
I
get
will also drop off 100 gold pieces to the leaders there so that they understand that, yeah, we're making some great progress.
all right. They will say, keep doing what you're doing because this is very helpful.
And other than that, just let them know that next time I'm in town, I will come back again and visit. Is there any word that might be of interest to me of things that are happening here and around?
Uh, as of right now, I don't think anything is happening. Um, Sylvia, of course, is always looking for people to do some odd jobs. Um, she has asked about you.
Naturally, I'm the best. What kind of jobs is she looking for?
Oh, mostly trinkets here and trinkets there. Um,
I've become very good at trinkets.
to my understanding, I
Almost as
think
if I almost as if I didn't even have to touch them to get them. And then I will put my palm out and take something off of his trophy case and hold it in my hand.
He looks a little shocked. It's like that, I imagine, comes in quite handy.
Oh, indubitably.
Nice.
When you can steal from them without them ever knowing it's happening, without ever having to make a move towards them. Yeah, that kind of gives you a little bit of power over them.
It does indeed. That would be quite beneficial.
For sure. So, yeah, maybe if I'm in town long enough, I will get in touch with Sylvia and we will see what she needs.
All right. That sounds like a plan. Well, in the meantime, happy hunting.
Thank you very much.
My gosh, my dogs won't leave me alone. All right. So, flip over to Evangeline. You snuck off.
Yes.
Where'd you sneak off to?
I am heading to the old homestead.
The old homestead. You will see that your father's forge is up and running, and he's busy at work. You will see smoke coming from the chimney. It seems like your mother's baking some goods. You don't see really any of your siblings. Well, you see one of them in the forge helping your father. But the rest of them you don't really see.
I will just stand across the street, hidden,
All right.
and watch the home for a while. Remembering the vision from the catacombs. I will look around me, make sure there's nobody close.
I mean, there's people going by doing their business, but that's it.
I will quietly say to myself, I don't know that I believe in gods or if they really exist. But if you do exist, protect my family. I will sneak across the street and into the house,
All right.
not wanting to be seen. A 15.
Oh, a 15 on your stealth.
Yeah, I have
All
a
right.
-1 to my stealth.
Well,
not
um,
very stealthy.
your father in the forge is definitely not going to see you. Neither is your brother. There's a lot of noise going on in the forge, and they're banging and heating things, and they're not aware of anything that's going on. You sneak to the house. About the time you get into the house, you hear kind of like the stove creaking and all kinds of stuff. It's kind of hiding your footsteps. Your mom is definitely busy in the kitchen.
I'm going to sneak up the steps, skipping that squeaky one that I already know is there,
Yep.
and go to Adaric's room.
Okay. He is not there.
And I'm going to sit on the side of his bed, have a moment of memories, reach into my backpack and pull out my boomerang. And I'm going to set it on his bed and sneak back down the steps.
All right.
I'm going to listen intently to see if I still hear my mother in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm. Yep. She seems to be clanging some dishes and cleaning some, getting others ready to do another batch kind of thing.
I'm going to pull 100 gold pieces out of my pouch,
Okay.
and I'm going to sneak into her bedroom,
Okay.
and I'm going to put the 100 gold pieces on her bedside table.
All right.
I'm going to sneak out of the house, cross back the street, take one last look at both the home and the forge where I grew up, and I'm going to turn my back and I'm going to walk away
All right.
with tears in my eyes.
Okay. All right. Um, at the monastery, you filled them all in. They encourage you to continue on this journey. The Raven Queen has called you to such a duty that we suggest that you just continue to follow this path.
Okay.
All right. Of course, while you're in town, you are welcome to stay here at the monastery, or if the party prefers, the monastery will take care of your rooms at the inn if you are staying the evening. It is midday. I would say it's midday. So, what are your plans? To find teleportation back to Key? To find. What's your plans?
I think well, yeah, I don't know what we're doing from here on out, but I would say we meet up and have that conversation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tavern is always the best place to go if you want unwanted eyes. Lots of people do dealings at the tavern. So many of the winches, barkeep, things of that nature, they just turn a blind eye. They don't get involved. Bad things happen when you get involved. So you meet back up at the tavern. You get a drink. You sit down at a table.
I looked to the others and I said, I know that we're planning this auction, but I would really like to address the chalice before she gets impatient and does something. Unless somebody else has something that they would like
Jesse?
to address first.
Well, I was thinking of staying in town here for a couple days, uh, and possibly picking up some work for Sylvia. There's some items she wants to acquire.
Didn't the last job from her go a bit sideways?
Yeah, but sideways is kind of the way with her.
Why would
I feel
I
like
have
I owe it to her.
having a
It's my
sense
way.
of having a sense of what's the word I'm looking for? Attachment to somebody and owing them something does not seem to be what I'd attribute to you, Forsyth, but okay. I can be surprised.
Well, the out of character. This is because I'm not going to be there next week.
Yes,
Ah,
Forsyth will not be here next week.
understood. I was not
Yeah,
aware. I
Yeah.
gotcha.
yeah, in character. if you had grown up on the streets like I did and had to look to people like her just for survival, you might understand a little bit more about how owing. It's like you owe to your family, and sometimes you do things for them that you would rather not. And this is kind of a loose family.
Acknowledged. I I do ask that you get your dealings done quickly because if we cannot come to a mutual agreement, I think your skills may be necessary to retrieve this item.
Well, not. I understand that. Let me know where you'll be, and I will, as soon as I can, catch up to you.
We will be at the place I can't remember the name of.
Yeah.
Weird, creepy music.
I heard it too.
I did not hear any weird, creepy music.
I did.
I heard it. I have no clue what it was from.
I heard a Mustang going down the street, but that was it, with really loud mufflers.
That might have been it if it just caught like a certain tone of it, maybe.
Yeah, that's probably what it was.
All right.
Yeah, we have a neighbor with a hot rod Mustang.
Gotcha. So, yeah, I'd let Forsyth know where we're gonna be.
Yeah, and I will make arrangements for a teleportation circle to catch up with them.
All right. Will do. All right. That being said, so Forsyth is going to stay in town and do a few odd jobs. What is the rest of you going to do?
Speaker has no ties to this city whatsoever, so he'll probably, if he can't find a shrine to Kellamvar, he'll probably just be in an inn reading.
I will be
Sorry,
working
I
on
don't
my
have much stake
project.
here.
While others are doing their thing, I'll be working on my project, hopefully
Okay.
finishing it before tomorrow.
Okay.
I
I'll
am ready to
be.
leave anytime.
I just want to make sure that there's nothing else for me at the temple, but I also will hesitate to be willing to teleport the same day again.
Oh, and if I run into Kofa, I will give her dirty looks.
Oh. I don't know. You might. Let me see. Will you run into Kosha? Oh yeah, you'll probably see Kosha.
Hopefully, I will.
If I see her, I'll make sure to let her know that we're in town and that, I'll let her know where Forsyth is likely to be.
All right. She'll appreciate that. She'll make her way to Forsyth.
I will get a room at the inn for the night.
All right.
I want
So-
neither to stay at the order or at the homestead.
All right. You get a room at the inn. Seekers
I
at
will
the
g-
inn. Reading.
I will stay in my room.
Fix. Knowing
After,
Kadeth is hesitant to teleport again today.
oh yeah, no, I had no plan of teleporting today. After giving Kofa very dirty looks, I will retire to my room and work on the project. Like I said,
All
hopefully,
right.
hoping he can finish it by the, by the
By the
morning.
morning. All right. Go ahead and roll me another forging check.
All right, that one is a 26.
Yep. You're going to be able to put the final touches on it with just enough time to get a decent rest.
Okay.
And I will continue my tinkering.
All right. Are you getting a second tiny construct going, or are you trying to build a tinier construct?
A teeny tiny construct. I'm
teeny
working on
tiny.
TTC.
TTC, gotcha. Teeny tiny construct. All right. All right. You guys get a good evening's rest. Nothing happens. It's a bit of a respite for you. The morning breaks. You wake up, and what are you doing? What are your plans? You gonna take care of Chalice first, or you gonna go back to Key and see about doing this auction first?
Probably Chalice first.
Tell us
Yeah,
first.
because we want it to be a certain amount of time for the auction.
Allow the rumor to spread and
Spread.
ruminate.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Um,
So,
in the morning, I will go up to Evangeline and I will hand her a set of forging and tinkering and crafting tools identical to mine, but I don't have the same skill as the ones that were presented to me, and they're all in a nice leather carrying tool bag type thing, and on each of them are the initials ELF.
Effective Liberation Force.
Probably for the first time since Seeker's Return, Evangeline shows emotion, and she will give Fix a giant hug. And thank you.
I'd hug her back. Yep. Maybe someday I'll be able to make them the same as mine, but I just couldn't be as precise, seeing as they
They're
were.
beautiful. And I will
Well,
take
I'm
them,
glad you like them.
and I will put them in a very special pocket right here on my chest, above my heart.
all right. Okay. I almost didn't expect you guys to take care of the Chalice.
Really?
Yeah, I was expecting you to make her wait, make her suffer.
Well, he plans
Oh,
on making her suffer, just not waiting to do it.
Oh, shoot, where is that at? That's in Navarine. Hold on. I have to find Navarine. Nope. Navarine. All right. So, you guys are headed to Charmant then.
That's where they make the toilet tissue.
Yeah,
Charmin.
Charmant. Um,
The huge Procter and Gamble factory is there.
Yeah.
right. You had your idea of getting to Charmant. You figure
Gate.
there is a teleportation circle that could probably get you to Charmant. It may cost you. Just as fast travel, because you do have members of the Order of Truth with you. It is accessible to you. Otherwise, you could get transportation on a caravan or riverboat and caravan or just horses. How do you want to get to Charmant?
what is the time if we don't teleport?
Fix wants to go via teleport. Oh,
Yeah, you'll probably all want to go via teleport. Oh, wait. No. Okay, it's not. It's actually, Charmant is closer to Thrice than Key is closer to Thrice. Charmant is about 2/3 the distance between Thrice and Key. Only it's straight north.
Different direction.
Yeah, it's straight north, but only about 2/3 the distance. So on horseback, it would take you a couple of weeks.
Oh, we could take a riverboat.
A riverboat would take you longer because the river is actually goes west and then north and then
Okay.
east and then the river's not
It,
straight.
it does like a river does.
It does like a river does.
It does a river dance.
Yep.
Does it run through it?
No, it does not.
Very nice. See, that one I
Thank you.
got.
Thank you.
Great movie, by the
Wanna
way.
explain it
Yeah.
to me?
Mhm. All right.
It's a movie from the
I know.
90s. Oh,
I'm
okay.
Yeah.
being facetious.
Are you?
Yeah. For the first time today.
For the first time in this hour.
Yeah, in this hour. Yeah.
I will look to Fix and say, it is your decision, Fix. How painfully long do you want to make her wait?
I think that by holding off, it will make her wait, and we will have no control if she decides to do something while waiting. But if we retrieve the chalice and still make her wait, we will hold the cards.
That's
So,
great because I have this pretty little card holder.
so if no one has any issues with it, I would say we should teleport it if we can afford it. We are the poorest people of this skill level that I have ever met.
The poorest 8th
Yeah,
level characters
it's
ever.
it's really painful. And you guys wonder why I wanted a freaking auction to get done. But no, let's go here, let's go there, let's go everywhere before we get any money and get better stuff for 8th level.
I want money.
I just want you to know if we came up against an 8th level party right now, we would get our asses kicked.
Uh-huh.
Bring
Yeah.
it to
Cheese
us
with
on a
that wine.
platter.
This is nothing compared to one of my other characters.
I feel like
That's
I
how much
should
we
get
have. Nothing.
I feel like we should get the benefits of the vow of poverty from 3.5.
The power of poverty.
Apparently, last night, our party of 5 second levels couldn't even take on a 6th level.
Well, you shouldn't be at that level. How many are there? How many second levels were there?
5 seconds.
5.
Yeah,
We
That's
were
a
fine.
we
6th
were
level
up
would whoop
against
your
one
ass.
6th level.
Challenge rating 6, yeah, they would beat your ass at second level. They should. Sorry.
No, it's reality.
There are very few instances that I can think of where a party of second levels could stand up to a 6th level, and most of that's just build related.
I think we had big egos. We thought we could.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a 4th level. Maybe.
Yeah. We would seek the teleportation.
Seek the teleportation. All right. You go to the main. It's really like an adjacent to the main hall in Thrice, where there is an order of truth there. You walk in. They recognize priestess of an order of truth and Zevgard. They welcome you in. How may we help you?
We require transportation
Oh,
to
okay.
Charmand.
To Charmand. All right.
And back.
And back. There and back again. Very well. For your whole group, I'm assuming. All right.
Yes. There will be 4 of us.
And one to come.
And perhaps another to come.
Perhaps another to
Right.
come. All right. That'll be you are a member of the Order of Truth. Is this on truth business?
It is.
To tell you the truth, yes.
To tell you the truth.
Truthfully.
Yeah. Oscar needs his loving. He's worse than some of the cats. It'll say, okay, for truth business, it'll be 10 gold a head for truth business.
Evangeline will take care of that.
All right.
All right.
Seeing as I have 18 gold left to my name, thank you.
Must be nice.
I don't even know
You
if I have
know,
any gold.
you
I
know,
have gold.
Rhonda, I don't spend my
I've
gold.
actually got gold.
I'd-
She
Give
could
it
have
away.
thousands and she still doesn't spend it.
Same.
Oh, I was wrong. I have 19 gold.
How do
Oh.
you have thousands when I don't have a freaking gold to rub together?
I got
What, you
1100.
should
You have
have
a
some gold.
I don't
you,
have thousands of
Oh,
gold,
I
Because
but I
thought I
do have
heard you say
gold.
that.
No. I said she could have thousands.
Oh,
She
okay.
won't spend it.
I
But you
was
should
just
have
gonna
more
say.
than nothing.
In
No,
the
I didn't
last,
say I have nothing. I just don't have
Okay.
in
as
high
much as an
seas,
8th level normally would.
I had 42,000 gold pieces,
oh
Yeah.
and
god,
I
in high
kept
Well,
buying
seas.
we all had
50
a
gold
lot.
piece potions. But I didn't
Yep.
spend mine.
Let
Yeah.
me see what Browning had.
Oh no.
No. Let's distract more away from this
No,
campaign so we
sorry,
don't get
let's
to the
go.
auction. No. Get to the
Let's
other
go.
campaign. You know what? Let's load up our other characters from that one and play. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I just hey, you know what? Can I just load up my character from that one and bequeath an inheritance
Bequeath
to
to a
Yes.
totally different world? No.
Yes.
Nice try.
You guys
Cross
have no
realms.
idea how much money Corvo had. Oh my god.
No, you guys had a lot.
Yeah.
All right.
They
You
were
make it
privateers.
for you go ahead and pay. They lead you back to the teleportation circle. There is a gentleman that's sitting there, and he's just sitting at a desk, kind of reading a tome. And he looks up. He says, "Oh." He stands up. He's older. He says, "To," and he looks at the other guy, and he's like, "Sharman." It's like, "Ah, to Sharman. All right, I will get you to Sharman." And he does a little incantation, and you see the teleportation light up. And he says, "To Sharman."
How do we return when we are ready?
You let the mage know on the other end.
Understood. Thank you. I step in.
All right. You step in, and as you all go, you find yourself pulled again, stretched, and when you arrive, you're in another building. You're standing on top of a teleportation circle that is losing its light. It lit up, and it's losing its light. The
15 on my con save.
oh, this is the first one of the day. You should
Oh,
be good.
okay. All right.
Um, you're in this building. This building is made of a white stone, probably marble, actually. Um, as you're kind of looking at it, you're in a very nice building. The gentleman there says, "Ah," and may I ask who you are and your business? You're in Charmant. I do hope
Yes.
that was your destination.
Yes, it was. The mage on the other end was quite proficient. I am, and you see Fix kind of straighten his shoulders a bit, and he's like, "I am Lord Kofik Trinston, and we're here to see," and I forgot the guy's name. I need to write this
Strolduck.
down.
You do
Strolled
need
up.
to write this down.
Strolduck, and I'm here to
Strolduck.
see. Is it Lord Strolduck?
It is
I believe.
Lord Strolduck.
And I'm here to see Lord Strolduck.
Ah, Lord Strolduck, you are in luck. He is in town. At least last I heard. Um, he will begin to give you some directions to get to his manor.
Many thanks. And
I
then
will introduce myself
Oh, good.
as Aeon Priest, Evangeline Forge.
You is this regarding truth business?
Yes.
why isn't all business truth business?
Yes.
I guess if I don't know, it depends on what your business is, I suppose.
Well,
The order of truth,
it's
not like honest business. I mean, order of truth business. It is a little odd that Lord Strolduck is involved in order of truth business, but that is of his own proclivities. I have not known him to be a supporter of the order of truth as of yet.
Not all truth business involves only truth members.
This is true. Good luck on your business. May it
Thank
be
you.
prosperous.
I hope so. And Vix will just head out.
All right. Then you'll head out. You'll start to follow those directions. As you head out, you see that Charmand has large colonnades, marble statuaries, and monuments to great deeds and important myths and legends, as far as you can tell. Painted domes, soaring arched bridges. You are in the midst of several mountains and crags and things of that nature. You're on the edge of like an outcropping of the Black Riage Mountains, actually. Um, so there's lots of bridges and stuff that covers over crevices. Charmand is a city of architectural beauty and art. It is the second largest city in Navarine, and it is its capital. Um, Charmand is located on both sides. It crosses the Jerabost River. There is a large bridges that connect both the north and south sides of the city, much how Key kind of crosses over a river. This one also crosses over a river. Um, you look out, you do see that it is not walled, but there are fortresses that surround it to deter any invaders or any kind of hostility. So it is guarded, though it's not walled. You do know that the kingdom here, the Navarine, uh, it is the capital, obviously, and that it is the home of Queen Armalu. Walking about the city, you do see it bustling with lots of people. Um, it's home to over 90,000 people. And there's lots of people in the streets. You follow the directions. You reach the manor of Lord Strolduck. It is a gated manor, and there is a guard posted at the gates.
I'll walk up to him.
He raises an eyebrow.
I'll kind of nod my head and introduce myself and say that I would like to request an audience with Lord Sholduck.
Is Lord Strolduck expecting you?
Probably not.
One moment. And he will turn around and walk to the keep. The other guard is still there. He stands there. Um, but the first guard walks off. It's about 15 minutes, 20 minutes before the guard comes back. And what was that?
That was my wife throwing our dog at me and and roaring.
The second guard comes out. He says, "Right this way." And they'll open the gates and he'll begin to walk to the keep. You guys follow him to the manor, and the second guard shuts the gates behind you and follows suit. So he's taking up the rear. You walk to the manor. You walk in to the manor, and the door is opened, and he leads you to a room that is a sitting room, and he says, "Lord Strolduck will be with you momentarily. Please wait here." The guard will walk out. But not 2 seconds after that guard walks out, another guard becomes known in the hall just outside the sitting room. You can tell right away that this is a guarded presence. Lord Stroldock is not flippant with his security. Um, he's not concerned about you guys as a large group or anything like that. But they want a security presence per se, for keeping an eye on things. So there is a guard in the hall. You guys are left to the sitting room, which has no other entrances or exits out except for the one that you entered into. After a couple of minutes, you will see a servant bring in some refreshment, uh, some drink, and some food, uh, to give you refreshment while you wait. And he will back out and head off, leaving you to yourselves in the sitting room for some time. Is there anything you wish to discuss while you're sitting there?
The weather,
The weather? Okay.
nothing important, nothing that may be eavesdropped on.
I cast see invisibility.
All right. You look around the room with your see invisibility. You do not see anything present.
I will let the rest of my party that I know that we are alone.
I cast
At
detect
present.
peephole.
Detect
Detect
people.
people.
You detect your three party members, and
No, not people. Peephole.
Peephole.
oh, peepholes.
Peephole.
You cast detect peephole. Gotcha. You find. No, I'm just kidding. No, you
You
don't.
find that there is no such spell.
You look really cool doing it, but you find nothing. All right. And while you are waiting there, that is where we're going to stop for tonight because it is 9:25. And you are in Lord Strolduck's manor waiting for Lord Strolduck to appear. And that is where we're going to pick up next week.
Alrighty then.
All righty. So, thank you for those of you who are watching and has hung on with us for the 3 hours. Awesome. So thank you for watching. We're so glad you joined us. Remember, if you haven't already, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. You can check out our website, dndadjokes.com. We update things there, and you can find links to our other social media. We hope you had as much fun as we did, and we'll see you next week.